Morning, class 5B. Today we're going to start with a new poem from a railway carriage by Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, from a railway carriage. Now, what does it mean? The title itself tells you, we all like adventure, we all like traveling children, and every one of us have traveled by train, a bus, and we look out of the window. And what are the scenes that we see when we look out of the window? And that is why we like to travel, no? So this is particularly about traveling from a railway carriage and what are the experiences, okay, the scenery that the poet sees, and that's how he expresses in the poem. Okay, so it is by Robert Louis Stevenson. So let us just have a look at the author here. He is your Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, and he was the author, a poet, okay, who was very much interested in literary works, okay, from his early childhood. But unfortunately, okay, at the very young age, at the age of 40, okay, he leaves for his heavenly abode. Now, about the poet, if you see, he was born in 1850 and he died in 1894 at the age of 40. As I said, he had literary interest since childhood, and we know some of his famous books, his well-known books. That's your Treasure Island. Sorry, the I is missing, children, there. The Treasure Island, okay, Island. Kidnapped, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Most of you all have read this book, and I've seen many children reading these books. Okay, this book. So about the poet, and okay, he was a fantastic poet. Okay, that is Robert Louis Stevenson, and that's how we get this poem from a railway carriage. Now, what is the theme of the poem? What is it based on? As I already said, children, the joy that we get from traveling. We are all excited, all amused, when we look at new things we get to see while traveling. So that's what the joy that we get from traveling. The title itself, From a Railway Carriage, it recalls the poet's journey in a train. What does he see? So R.L. Stevenson, the poet, describes his thrilling journey in a train and about those sights that he saw then. Okay, so basically it is his experience, what he sees when he's traveling, but particularly by a train. So that is from a railway carriage. Okay, so in this poem, children, we see many expressions that has been used by the poet to show the amazing speed of the train. Okay, so in the poem we come across many words that indicates how fast the train moves. Okay, and therefore the poet, okay, has used that we call as your figure of speech. That is the simile. He has said like he's used the word like and as. So that's called a simile. Okay, children. So he said indicates the fast movement of the train, such as faster than ferries, faster than witches, okay, charging along like troops, fly as thick as driving rain, each a glimpse and gone forever. Okay, so these are the expressions actually he has used in the poem. Okay, and you can also see as I said, he used the similes like troops in a battle. Okay, then he's also used the rhyming words here we come across. Okay, children, like witches, ditches, battle, cattle. Okay, so now we are going to read to the poem. I'm going to read the poem, children. We all will read it together. Okay, so you're going to read the poem also, and then you're going to look at the words. As I said, find out the rhyming words, as I said. Okay, so today we're just going to go to the reading, and you're also going to read it after me. Okay, children. So now I have the poem here from a railway carriage. Okay, so let's see that here. Faster than ferries, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle. See how he has, shown the comparison like troops in a battle. All through the meadows, the horses and cattle, all of the sights of the hill and the plain, fly as thick as driving rain. And ever again, in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and here is the grain for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart runway in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Okay, so that means we just, it is not even a nanosecond, okay, because the train is so fast, it's so quick. These are only the things that last only for a nanosecond, less than a second also, and it's gone forever. Okay, children, so basically the poet here is talking about the scenery that he gets to see while he's traveling by the train. Okay, now when you just listen to this audio, children, and then when the reading is done, just recollect the words that we like we used to do in the class. I used to read the poem aloud for you, or any chapter, and you used to I used to ask for the words. So then you would write down the words in your copies the same way. Okay, just listen to it, and any words that you can recall after listening to the audio, please write it down and send me as an assignment. And tomorrow we are going to do the explanation. Okay, children? So once more, I just want to read the poem for you all again. Faster than ferries, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. All of the sights of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again, in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and here is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Thank you, children.